Max Verstappen snatched pole from Lando Norris in a thrilling qualifying session for the Italian Grand Prix with championship leader Oscar Piastri in third. Norris narrowly avoided a shock Q2 elimination but took provisional pole towards the end of Q3 until Verstappen's superb last gasp effort saw him beat the McLaren driver by 0.077, setting a new lap record around the iconic Monza circuit, posting the average fastest lap speed in F1 history. Piastri will start from behind Norris as he looks to prevent his teammate from making inroads into a 34-point advantage in the Drivers' Championship with 9 rounds remaining, starting with the race on Sunday. Classic Verstappen, said Martin Brundle, pulls up at the back, finds some speed, confidence and commits. He is absolutely stolen the pole away from the McLarens. There were high hopes for Ferrari on home field, but Leclerc and Hamilton could only manage 4th and 5th respectively, and Hamilton will start 10th, obviously with that 5-place grid penalty he picked up last weekend. George Russell was quick at times in qualifying, but could only manage 6th ahead of teammate Antonelli, who recovered to 7th. Gabriel Bortoleto impressed in 8th, with Alonso 9th and Tsunoda in 10th. Williams were expected to be strong, but it was only Sainz 13th and Albon 14th. Hadjar was knocked out in Q1 just a week after his first podium, and yeah, he's set to have an engine change, so he'll be starting from the pit lane. Not for the first time though in 2025, the driver to stop all the dominant McLarens was Max Verstappen. The Dutchman, who's not been in the top 3 in any of the practice sessions, ensured he got a small slipstream on both his key 3 laps and threw the car into corners to make things stick. Verstappen beat Leclerc in the first run by just under a tenth, but Norris vaulted out the orders to provisional pole on the last runs. Norris ensured he was in the pack to get a small tow from Piastri on his final flying lap and set a blistering 18.869, which gave him pole, but only for Verstappen to just pip it with an average speed of 164.5 miles an hour, the fastest ever in F1. Around here with the low downforce, it's very difficult to nail a lap. Under braking, it's easy to make mistakes, so Verstappen. Q3 felt good, the laps, and to be on pole here is fantastic. The cars worked well all weekend, so I'm happy. We were still lacking a tiny amount going into qualifying, which made some final changes, allowing me to push more, and that's exactly what you need. It's a great moment. Historically, this season, the race has always been complicated, but we'll see what we can do. Norris, though, was slightly fortunate to reach the last part of qualifying after a mistake in Q2 put him under pressure, but he squeaked through and he could have easily been eliminated. He will rely on McLaren's usually superior race pace over Red Bull to take a much needed win after his retirement in Zandvoort, with perhaps one eye on his teammate Piastri at the start. Ferrari's duo posted their best laps in their first Q3 runs, with neither able to improve in the second period. Russell stated he wanted medium tyres in Q3, having topped Q1, but it's likely that would not have made a difference, with the Mercedes seemingly lagging behind this weekend. And before I go, let me run you through the classification for qualifying. Max Verstappen on pole. Yes, so often we see it from Max Verstappen, just so clutch to stick it on pole, and he's going to have a job to keep them behind, but I think he's got a chance, Norris, I think he'll be pleased, but at the same time, he'll be wanting to get ahead of Max, with the gap as it is now. That's what he needs to do, get cars between him and Piastri. Piastri, I think, will be relatively content. Leclerc probably disappointed, would have hoped for more. Russell just not really having the pace, but he can still work from P5, and I think from Antonelli after that crash in practice, it's good recovery. Bortoleto be P7, and I even saw him still slightly disappointed with that. Just shows how strong he's doing, outperforming Hulkenberg again. Hulkenberg not doing badly, but yeah, I think disappointed with how often he's probably getting out qualified by Bortoleto at the moment. Alonso did a really good job in 8th. I definitely wasn't expecting that from Aston Martin. Tsunoda in 9th, it feels like a rarity to get into Q3, but I think that's a positive for him, and it'll be intriguing to see if he can stay there in the race. Hamilton 10th will be, I don't know, that penalty's so annoying, isn't it? But it's good that he's getting closer to Leclerc. Behrman did a good job outperforming his teammate close to the points. I think Williams will be really disappointing, especially Sainz showed strong pace yesterday, so yeah, so they'll be disappointed with that. Ocon away off his teammate again, he'll be probably disappointed, and then Hadjar and Lawson really struggling. Stroll kind of where I expected Aston to really be, and Alpine, I mean, yeah, it's always going to be a tough circuit for them, wasn't it, with their power disadvantage, so yeah, it's no surprise to really see them lagging behind. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share and subscribe. Follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily F1 news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.